Okay. Hopefully that's working. Ooh, I hope that it's working. Sorry, I'm coming in a little late on these things. There we go. Okay. So I think that's working there. Sorry, last second setup. Let's push this like that. There we go. I think there's a chat working there. Let's also throw this in here too. There we go. Okay. So if you are hanging out with me, I was going to do a Zoom, but I realized we were playing a game that required your phone too. So at one point, I imagine you're going to have to log off of YouTube and then play a game with us. So we're going to play Among Us. Hi. Hope you guys are safe at home. We're going to play Among Us tonight. I know some of you guys probably haven't played that in a long time. Not since the pandemic. I haven't, but I thought that might be kind of fun tonight to kind of resurrect something old. But I did put our Discord in the chat. Discord will allow us to have a private conversation without anybody kind of jumping in there. And it would allow you to play a game and listen to other people at the same time, where I'm pretty sure Zoom doesn't do that. Yeah. Sorry if I seem a little out of sorts, but definitely trying to figure out how to do this setup. I realized all of my equipment is at the church to do our live streams. So this is kind of very pared down with no good tech at all. But yeah, I think there's a few people in here. Hopefully this is working okay. If you could tell me in the chat if that's okay. I think you can hear me. Yeah, let's just put that in there. So yeah, I hope you guys are home, safe, warm. I think I've got a little message here. That's good. Trying to make sure everyone's good to go. I've got little messages here I needed to reply to. Sorry about that. There we go. Let me send this link here too, just so everyone has it. Boom, boom, boom. Copy. I know this is still new to us. Sorry. I'm going to put this in our Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook, well, if you're here with me, you already have the link. But I'm just going to add it to our Facebook page anyways. There we go. Cool. And then I'm just going to rename this. Here we go. I don't even have my glasses on. I'm so sorry, guys. I was completely caught off guard. I realized I didn't have half the cables to do this last second. Come on! There we go. How do I rename this? There we go. Boom. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Good. That's set. Escape. There we go. Oh, I did not realize that my face was that close to it. Okay. All right. There we go. Well, cool. Yeah. A couple things. I'm going to have to move close since I don't have my fun little clicker like I had before. As we're all kind of settling in, I've got a couple people here. I think people will kind of file in randomly here and there. Making sure I've got these links up for you guys. There we go. Okay. Maybe this isn't the best format. We're still playing around this, still trying to figure it out. feel like everybody has YouTube, and I'm able to do things on YouTube that we're not able to do through Zoom. But I know everybody has Zoom, but it is also kind of boring too. And I can do really fun things here. Obviously, we're not going to have crazy fun things today, since usually it takes, like the last production we did took like a month to prep for it, and this was kind of like 2 hours. Like I got off work and then was like, I got to figure this out. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know you guys have been kind of snowed in. We're all iced in right now. I know you guys are missing school and all of that jazz. That's never fun. But yeah. We'll kind of hang out just for a little bit, see if we can get a couple people filtering in. I'm hanging out with one of you, but I'm not quite sure who's joining me. Maybe Logan would probably be my guess, or V. But yeah. Also, welcome to my apartment. This is where I live. Yeah, fun stuff. Yeah, if you're able to use the chat, send me a message so I know who's hanging out with me or watching with me. And if not, no worries. I'm going to figure that out. I actually think that has to do with settings that I'm not able to fix. I was trying to look into that before the live, but I think there's one thing I might be able to do, but there might be something I'm also not able to do. It's something to kind of calculate as we move forward in our live stuff. But, yeah. Bring up my little station here. Oh. I'm talking to nobody. Yeah? Is that working? Oh, I can't. I can no longer hear myself now. Huh? There we go. No, did I break it? There we go. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm breaking things unintentionally. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm talking to nobody. Yeah, my apologies. Okay. My mic's on and it's working. Super sorry. I'm surprised. I had a random lapel mic, like an older lapel mic. I didn't even realize I had one in the apartment. Literally all of my tech, all of my gear is at the church. And I was like, oh yeah, we could do a live. Like, no, it turns out. I mean, technically I can. But like all of my fun stuff is at the church from the last live event that we did. So my guitar isn't here. We're not going to do any worship today. My blue screen isn't here, so we can't have any fun, cool backgrounds. It's just me hanging out in my apartment. But yeah, super fun stuff. Yeah, I put in our Discord in the chat, both here and on Facebook. I guess I could. Well, I don't have like a spare phone. My phone, my only phone is over here doing video for me. I would put it on Instagram, but my phone is over there. So yeah, if you want to join up, you can totally join in Discord. I know some people may or may not know what that is and or use that. Totally understandable. In the future, I would love to do some more stuff using that. It's just a great way to have like protected voice conversations between us. Chat is always nice, but sometimes it's just nice to talk with one another too. Or we could jump on Zoom. I think I said Zoom earlier, and I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say YouTube since we're trying to use YouTube as our main way of doing lives and stuff. Zoom is great, but it just doesn't have as many options to do as many things as I would love to do with it. It's mainly just kind of the video in and of itself. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. Now that my mic is working again and I can actually talk with you. Yeah, I'm so sorry about the weather. I know it's not fun for any of us. We're all snowed in. We're all iced in for at least one more day. It looks like tomorrow we should probably be okay. Yeah, not fun at all. So, yeah, a couple things. I think we'll just hang out. We'll talk a little bit. Looks like I've got a couple of you in here. But while I am here, and maybe kind of while we're waiting, I want to do a couple things. And then maybe you guys can join me for a couple rounds for Among Us. That's what I was hoping we could do tonight, is just hang out and play Among Us. And then we could talk about some Jesus-y things. But I was also liking the idea of maybe just kind of doing some like Q&A about the Bible and generating some topics. It seems like a lot of times when we're hanging out in youth group, I have an idea of what I want to talk about. I write like a small mini conversation sermon-esque thing, and then we get kind of taken off course for really good questions. I love the questions. And we end up talking about some of those things. And truthfully, honestly, those questions are more interesting to me because they seem more pertinent and more important to you in and of the moment. And it doesn't mean that the thing that I initially was going to talk about is unimportant. It is very important. But the things that are on your heart, the things that are in your mind, the things that you're growing through right now in church and your own personal faith. Oh, the little fly. Those are things that I want to talk to you about because they're the things that are important to you in and of the moment. So maybe we could do a little bit of a, kind of a Q&A about the Bible and faith and things of that nature tonight. Like those things are, they're what drive me to keep learning. They're what drive me to be a more academically prone Christian. It's what drove me to go to Bible college in the first place. So, yeah, those things are good. If you have a question or something, you could totally feel free to throw it in the chat, or you can try to send it to me mentally. I do want to talk about the last thing we were talking about before youth group ended. We kind of kept you a little bit late. I feel terrible. I'm super sorry about that. But, yeah, how are you guys doing? Things are good. Yeah. Let's look at this. I do want to remind you guys, we were supposed to be doing family meal, and that would have been this evening. It's mac and cheese, homemade mac and cheese, homemade baked mac and cheese with like a crispy, crunchy topping, and homemade chicken tenders were on the menu tonight. That's what ended up winning. And so although the poll is still up, I'm just going to make that for next week. So even if people vote for like pizza or whatever the other one, quesadillas, I think the other one was, we're still just going to do mac and cheese because that was what ended up winning this week. We'll just do that next week. We'll hang out. We'll have family meal together, and it should be really good. I'm going to try really hard to make sure that we are exploring our faith in ways that are maybe a little different than what other people are doing. And I truly believe that the representation of the table is something that is very powerful to our faith. Both we can see it scripturally with Jesus and his disciples often having dinner with people and his friends, not just the Last Supper. And home and house churches we can see that were kind of created after Jesus left. But also just the idea of him talking about that he is the bread of life, that there is this very important understanding that man can't live on bread alone, but it's our relationship with Christ. It's he who sustains us. It's his goodness and favor and love that really sustains us as people, grows us as a people. And all of those things are practiced both in the actual physical meeting of people and breaking bread and sharing a meal, but also in the unseen, the spiritual connections that we have between all of us, both as friends and people of a church, but also as a spiritual family, people that look to God our Father, and we are His adoptive children. And those things are experienced at the same time when we are breaking bread, when we are together. And I want it to be both, obviously, fun and delicious and vibrant and something we look forward to, but also something that challenges us, grows us, and celebrates us, and ultimately points to Jesus being the person and the reason why we're doing that kind of stuff. So we'll do that next week. We're still going to do that. We're just going to kind of flop things around a little bit, and that's okay. That's kind of what happens sometimes when the weather's bad. Let me turn that off. And then the big one is winter camp. Yeah. We've got winter camp coming up at the very last week of February. So it's February 23rd through the 25th. We made the price, we tried to make the price lower and affordable for everybody, so it's set at $85. If money is an issue for whatever particular reason, whether the dog is having an emergency surgery and needs to get a new liver or something, or whatever it is. Sometimes life is just a little chaotic or something. Money can be all kinds of different reasons. Money can be whatever. But if if you need a little bit of help, or you need you want to go and you think that money might be an issue for whatever particular reason, just let me know. You can write on a piece of paper, hand it to me. You can message me. You can talk to your parents, and we can talk. If money is the issue that you can't make it to winter retreat, it's not a reason. We're here to help out. We're make it accessible for everybody. I would love for you to go and hang out with us. Obviously, if you have other reasons that you can't go, like sports, academics, you got to go see your favorite aunt because it's the last time the roller coaster at Dollywood's going to be working or something. Whatever those reasons are, those are all great reasons, and I totally understand that you have to miss out on that opportunity. But if it has anything to do with money, there's no reason to not go. Just come hang out with us. We'll make sure that you're there all the same. Writing a menu for that. We're going to put up a little menu probably here in the next week. I'd love to get your input on those things. Things that are cozy, things that are warming, things that are like spirit lifting. Those are the ideas of some of the food that I want to create for our trip out there. And that sounds maybe a little silly, but you can think about even the time that you're having now. Like hopefully some of you guys have made like soups or stews or something that's been cooking in the oven for hours on end. Those things just like perfume the air, and they just they fill the belly obviously, but they also just kind of lift the spirits. And a lot of those things are what we're looking forward to for winter camp. Not just food, but time spent together. The activities that we're doing, the downtime, the time that you have just to hang out and be with one another is pertinent. That like those things are growing us and lifting our spirits. That they are something that when we come back home, we can continue and carry on with us for the next weeks or months ahead. That kind of stuff. But I always think food's also like really important too. So I'd love to get your input on those things. Yeah, fun stuff. I normally have like a really nice professional ring light, and I don't have it right now. Instead, I just have my camera blaring its light in my face, and it is blinding me. You can barely see anything. Okay, this is off now. Yeah, let's turn this off. Turn that off. There we are. I wish I had my phone to do all of this. I don't. I'm so sorry to do everything off my laptop. But yeah. Why don't we give it a second more? I think it's fair enough. This is new, or I should be giving people a little bit more time. I know that we're meeting on YouTube, and it's not the typical thing. Come on. I'm just going to double check this link here that we sent out. Okay. There we go. too many screens open. I'm so sorry, guys. There we go. Is our live frozen? No, it's not. Okay. Thank goodness. Wanted to make sure. Cool. Well, why don't we save our game to the end? We can talk about some Jesus-y things for a little bit. Let's see here. I'll give myself like 10 minutes or so, and see if anybody else filters in here. If not, we can play a game, and we'll do a little prize at the end for whoever wins. Yeah, sound good? Hopefully it sounds good. Let's just kind of continue that conversation about what we were having last week. So I bet I could change this. I think I can change this. There we go. I tried to make a really quick transition.
There we go. And I think if I write, hey, look at that. Did that work? No. Am I breaking things? Why do I feel like I'm breaking things?
That's
aggravating. That's fine. I can bring this in really quickly. Use your brain. There it is. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Give me 2 seconds. Watch. I can do this. There we are. Okay. And then I think, yes. Boom. Am I freezing on all of this? Okay. Hopefully that works. I have no idea. I'm so sorry, guys. There we are. Okay. But for whatever reason, my camera is frozen.
There we are. I'm breaking all the things. That's a hard lesson. It's a hard lesson. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll talk about this a little bit. It's my bad. I'm so sorry. So last week we were talking about the Beatitudes, but we ended up having a really great question from some of you guys, and I really, really appreciate your questions. But essentially we were talking about salvation, which is easily the most important question when it comes to our faith. What is salvation? Who gets it and why? Those are really, really good questions. And we were kind of, at the end of youth group, we were flying through salvation and talking about it. And so I'll spend a little bit of time trying to break it down a little bit more. And then try to use my green screen here to see if I can write some things out. So we have salvation. Does that show up on the screen? We'll find out. But salvation is a present, something that I want you to think about. It is a gift, right, given to, or offered, I should say, to each and every one of us. And that salvation is a unconditional gift, meaning there are gifts in our lives that we receive sometimes that are, they come with strings, right? Like they come with some kind of notion that we will repay it or we're going to do something to deserve that gift. And that could be anything like maybe you do chores throughout the week and your parents give you a gift of an allowance or an exchange. For you doing something, they'll reward you with something. This is not that type of gift. This is a gift that is given regardless of status, regardless of anything that you're doing, whether those things are deemed good or deemed bad. It's just something that is offered to all people. And that one is like the first kind of hurdle we have to mentally get over, is that it's for all people. Hey, look at that. We'll test this out and see if this kind of works out again. But that gift is freely given to all people. And it shows that there is an equality in God, or at least the way that He views us, is He views us equally, wanting to give us all of that free gift. So once we have that offered, then there are like a couple of things that happen. We are to recognize that gift, and we talked about a little bit about how you can recognize that in different ways. Sometimes that's like somebody telling you about it. Maybe like your parents bring you to church, they talk to you about Jesus, and you continue to learn about Him through like Pastor Sue or another pastor of your church, maybe your youth leaders like Zach and Amy or myself, maybe some of your friends that have been a part of that church for some time. It's that notion of people. And then there are other ways to learn about this free gift. And one of the examples we talked about is, let me get a little checklist going over here. So there's the free gift of salvation. I'm going to go blind by the end of this. My flash on my phone is... right a little bit lower, sorry. How do we know about the gift? It's kind of that third part. And so we learn that through people at church, or the example that we talked about is a man named Abram, or Abraham. Wow, my writing's terrible. And so what we talked about briefly, there's a story in Genesis about a man named Abram. He is the first Jew, or you could say the very first Christian, and that he ended up walking into the wilderness or the desert, staring into the heavens, and there was some notion in him. It doesn't say this in Scripture, but it just says that he was staring into the heavens, and that God called out to him, spoke to him, called back to him. And so this is me kind of inputting my own thought and process into what was happening there. But I believe that it's something that we all feel in our lives, of this notion of there's something more. There must be something more than this. And as he walked into the wilderness, looking into creation, looking into the heavens, in that moment, God spoke to him. As he was searching for God, God spoke to him. God is always calling out to us. There's always this thing in us that's preventing us from kind of reaching out and speaking back to him, or listening to him speak to us. And it's one of those rare moments where God audibly is speaking with someone. And there's this beautiful imagery of Abram being folded into God's family and becoming a part of, his sons and daughters and his kind of heirship. And there's this beautiful promise that's made with him of that all of his children will be, as many as the sands in the sea. They will be endless. And so it's all of us that are coming through him, through that generation, through that spiritual generation, and we all kind of share that same notion. There are other ways to find God. There are miraculous ways to find God and to understand that free gift of salvation. But those are kind of those big ones. It's those miraculous moments where something happens, where God speaks to people, and then there's those relational moments that people come into other people's relationships, they come into friendships, they come into churches, they read the Bible, they have questions, they kind of work through that, and then eventually they come to this idea, this notion that, there's something that's being freely given. Those are kind of the easy parts of that question. The last part, I think, is the harder part. It's how and why. All right. How is much easier. How is how it should be much easier. We usually teach for the church that it is just a prayer. It's something that we all have, especially like when we're little. A lot of times, we're told to pray a prayer of asking, a prayer of acceptance and understanding. And it's kind of a lot of people might refer to it as like the sinner's prayer. And so they pray. They pray to Jesus. They understand that there's a weight on them, that there's sin in them, and that they pray to Jesus to be their Messiah, to be their Savior. And they invite him to live in their heart, both literally and figuratively. We can always get to that another time. But they invite him to be a part of their life, and them asking to be a part of his. And then they are unified in that prayer. And that's probably the most common way of understanding salvation. But we did talk a little bit about the Roman guardian or the Roman soldier. I can spell Roman. There we go. And the Roman soldier going to find Jesus, understanding who he was, and then telling him that he believed, and then Jesus recognizing in him a belief so strong that it wasn't only him that he was going to bless, but it was also, by extension, his family and the very people that worked his land, his servants. And so there is this miraculous, beautiful thing about salvation that can come through the relationship of others to you. And a lot of Christians believe there's something very similar of parents to their children, of like their faith being something that is kind of given and pressed into their children. Their faith kind of covers that. And those things are really complicated. There are examples in the Bible where there's kind of this transference of salvation, or this giving of the gift in different ways that aren't just people falling on their knees and praying the sinner's prayer. A lot of times it can be a simple acknowledgement of Jesus, like the other example we talked about the man on the cross, as Jesus is dying on the cross. There's a man to the left of him and a man to the right, a thief and a murderer, and it's spoken in the Passion, in the end of the Gospels, that the murderous man believes that Jesus is who they say he is, and that he is truly the Messiah. And because of that, Jesus promises him that today you will be in paradise. Oh, sorry about that. 3%. Get out of here. And so it's not the person falling on their knees and praying the sinner's prayer. It's just that acknowledgement, and then something between him and Jesus that makes that powerful enough and true enough and real enough for that to be the thing that gets them into heaven. we can kind of talk about some of those other things at another point, but the question was more or less related to how do we get into heaven? And it was both stipulated, it's both a part of the prayer, the understanding, but it's also in relationship to works. And we kind of wanted to talk about that just a little bit more. And so there is a belief held in some Christian factions, mainly the Catholic denomination. I'm going to stop moving my iPad. There we go. Mainly the Catholic denomination. And what they basically say is that faith is given to people, or salvation is given to people through Jesus and through works. And we've kind of held this belief in one form or another for a very, very long time. And it kind of stems from the beginnings of our faith. If you read the Old Testament, if you look at how the Jews lived their life, they lived very much by the law, this kind of rigorous lifestyle. So much so that, like, they had 619 laws that they had to live by. And there were things like you couldn't work on a Sunday, and you could be punished if you were to do that. And so you get into a point where you start talking about, well, what classifies as works? And some people believe that if you were to drag, like a chair for too far, that would be considered work. Why? Because the legs of the chair are dragging into the ground, and you're essentially doing farming work by troweling the earth with a chair. Is it purposeful? No. You're just moving a chair. So you're having to be very conscientious of what you're doing. Take some of the modern Jews that still kind of abide by some of these laws. They're not allowed to answer the telephone on their holy day because it's considered work. So they'll often have people answer phones for them, or they'll just let it go to the machine. And so there's this kind of notion that when our faith began, that we were these people that followed all of these laws, like very strictly followed these laws, and if you didn't follow those laws, you wouldn't go to heaven. But there is a thing, right? Very quickly, there's this idea, even in the Old Testament with the Jews, that they did mess up. Sometimes they couldn't obey the law for whatever reason, or they made a mistake. And so then they had this sacrificial system built in. So if you made a mistake, then you had to go give an offering or a sacrifice in return for a blessing that would cover that mistake. So it could be like oil, it could be flour, it could be a small quail, it could be all kinds of different things, and those things are dependent on the type of sin or mistake that you made. And probably the most famous one would be one day out of the year, the high priest of the Jews would pray a prayer to cover the blessings for all of the people in Jerusalem, asking for mercy from God about their sins. And so they would take a pure, spotless lamb, and then they would break its body, and then they would take its blood, and they would go into the temple. And then inside of the temple, there are various different parts of the temple, but the most centered part of the temple, where only the high priest is allowed to go one time a year, is called the Holy of Holies. And it was believed that at the time, this is where the Spirit of God rested on earth. This is before Jesus, thousands and thousands of years before Jesus. And so the high priest would go in, and he would sprinkle the blood of this pure, spotless lamb, and he would pray this prayer for the people of Israel, and he would ask God's blessing and favor, and he would ask for the forgiveness of the people for that year or that coming year. And it was this echoing thing. If this kind of echoes in your mind, or it reflects in your mind, that sounds like Jesus. It's supposed to. Jesus refers to himself as the last lamb, or the Lamb of God. And he himself shed his own blood for us as a people. Oh, excuse me, I think maybe I'm getting a little sick. I hope not. But the idea is that it was supposed to echo this idea that, yes, we are supposed to follow the law. We're supposed to be people that are trying our best. But there was always the system built in that we aren't going to get it right. We're not going to be perfect. We're going to make mistakes. And God built in the system to add recognition that we're imperfect and a recognition that we need someone or something to cover those mistakes, to cover those sins. And it was the offering and sacrificial system in the Old Testament with the Jews that was alluding to the last sacrifice, the perfect sacrifice, the true sacrifice, which was always the Messiah. It was always Jesus. And because of that, we no longer have the offering and sacrificial system. We don't do those things as Christians anymore. Even though we share our faith with our Jewish brothers and sisters, we came from the same history that they did. We no longer do those things because Jesus is our perfect sacrifice. Jesus is the one that covers all of our sins. And there will never need to be another sacrifice because of that. So when we look at our faith, our actions, and our works, a lot of people relate works to that kind of system of, I did something bad here, so I need to do something good here to make up for that bad thing. But again, it goes to, we have Jesus. He's the one that makes up for those bad things. All of those bad things, regardless of what that bad thing is. It doesn't give us permission to go do bad things. But instead, it gives us the confidence and the freedom to grow from those bad things, to understand why we do wrong in our life or make mistakes in our life, to talk about those things freely with other people that are also working through that stuff, and to give recognition to God that He covers those bad things. He gives us the opportunity to grow through those bad things, and He gives us a family, a community that is there to support us through that. And that could be anything. It could be little things like being forgetful and not taking out the garbage, when your parents ask you to. It's nice to be able to speak to other people like, hey, I don't do a very good job of taking out the garbage when my parents ask me to. Oh, you do too. You're like, cool, what are you doing to grow and and become better at those things? And instead of shame, feeling like you're burdened by that, there's a release from that shame because we know we have Jesus. He covers that mistake, and then we can talk freely and grow freely through that. There's grace through that we didn't have before. And instead of the other way of thinking before Jesus, of all of this, oh, I don't feel great because I didn't do great, I did something bad, I need to go do something good, or I need to go give an offering or do a sacrifice to cover that up, so that way I can go back to feeling good or something like that. So because of Jesus, we no longer have that notion. And truthfully, we might be able to talk about this another time. All of those sacrifices, all of those lambs that were killed that one time a year, all of those things that were given, none of those things ever actually covered any of their sins. It was always the blood of Christ. Although He hadn't been born yet on this earth, and He hadn't shed His blood, He hadn't died on the cross yet, in the way that we think, the way that God thinks, the way that He sees, that had already happened, and that blessing was already there for all of them. And they were always living in the same way that we are. They just didn't understand that then. Something else we can talk about then. Ow, man, my eyes. That hurts so bad. something to kind of just keep in your mind. Because of Jesus, there isn't anything that keeps anybody from knowing him or having a relationship with him, and even more interestingly and even more celebratory, I would say, is that it gives anybody and everybody the opportunity to be in heaven, to be in paradise. Just like the thief and the murderer that are on each side of Jesus, that murderous man did horrible things, but Jesus freely, accepted his and acknowledged his heart about him being the Messiah, and then Jesus, offered him paradise that day, told him he would be in paradise that day. It's something that we have such a hard time wrapping our mind around because it seems unfair. But if you kind of put the pressure, or you take the idea of the Old Testament, the way that those Jews lived their life, they truly believed that if they did something wrong and they did not offer an offering or a sacrifice for that wrong thing that they did, that they wouldn't be with God when they died. They wouldn't go into eternity with their God. And it was very, very important for them to have that moment of offering and that moment of sacrifice, to go to the temple and to have kind of this recompense for what they were doing. Us as people, we should also remember that of the mistakes that we make, the sins that we make, the little ones and the big ones, whether that's dragging a chair across the floor and people consider that work, or not taking out the garbage because our parents told us to and we just disobeyed them. Those small ones, those small mistakes were very important for those Jewish people. They believed that they wouldn't go into heaven because of those small mistakes. And those big mistakes, like that murderous man on the cross, it's easy for us to look and go, they're undeserving of heaven. But then we don't take the finger and kind of point it back at ourselves and go, we are also undeserving by the religious laws that God has set forth of any sin, whether it's little or big, does not allow you to go into heaven with him. But there's this beautiful, beautiful grace that's given to us by Jesus. He covers all of those things, the little ones and the big ones, freely given it to all people so that we all have the opportunity to go to heaven, regardless of what we've done in our lives. Whether we've lived something that we consider good, or whether we lived what some people might consider bad, we have the opportunity to go to heaven if we believe in him the way that that murderous man on the cross next to him believed, the way that that Roman guardian who ran after Jesus and hunted him down believed, the way that so many of his friends, so many of his disciples, so many of the people that we know believed. And if you want more about that, you should talk to your parents, talk to other people in the church, or we can talk about it a little bit more. Maybe I'll share my testimony sometime, or I can bring on some of my friends, hopefully, and we can, talk about that of people's belief in Jesus. That's the thing that is truly remarkable, and the thing that ultimately leads to those blessings, that paradise. So we can keep talking about it, we can keep kind of breaking it down, but yeah, it's that belief, that notion that covers everything. It looks like a lot of different things. It just comes down to what's in here, how you feel about Jesus, and then regardless of the things that you've done in your life, people have the opportunity to go to heaven. And that might feel unfair to us, but it's just because it's the way that we think about the world as humans. It's not the way that God thinks about the world as a perfect, godly, all-knowing being. And truthfully, I'm really grateful that God doesn't think about the world the way that we do, because I doubt any of us. If we're really honest with ourselves, I would doubt any of us would get to go to heaven. We all do terrible things to one another. And maybe we're not all murdering one another, thankfully. But like in my own life, I'm still reminded of the hurtful things I've done, both as a younger person and as an older person. The mistakes that I still make. I'm still an imperfect son. I'm still an imperfect sibling. I'm still an imperfect employee. I'm still an imperfect person where I make mistakes. And I think if anybody takes a moment to kind of look at themselves, have that introspective moment, they can see they too are imperfect and truthfully undeserving of heaven by those standards. But it's the beauty and the grace and the miraculous way that God thinks that gives each and every one of us an opportunity to go to heaven, to know Jesus, and to spend eternity in blessings and goodness, and to have all of those messed up things about us to just be washed away by the beautiful sacrifice that Jesus had. It doesn't make sense. It does make sense. And I'm happy to keep talking about it because it's the very core and crux of our faith. But it's never going to be something that is, 1 plus 1 equals 2. It's always going to be something that you kind of have to dive into and keep looking at. It's something that is contradictory to the way that we live our lives. And it has to be. By its very nature, it is different than the way that a human thinks, because these are things that are not from a human. These are things that are not from our finite, limited thinking minds. These are things from a very all-knowing, all-loving God. And we can keep talking about those things. But yeah, I wonder how many we have in here. We've got a few people. We've got V. I kind of want to play a game. I'm not sure if you guys can play a game. We'll find out. I'm going to play a little bit of where are we? There we go. Play a little bit of Among Us. I can wait a little bit too. Close the game. You might have to download it on your phone. If you have it on your phone. Classic. Confirm. Alright, there's that code. It's a FSDNIF. If you want to play, I will hang out here for a little bit. We can play a couple rounds. If not, no worries. If you guys need to go hang out or watch a thing, a TV show, a movie, eat some dinner, or get some ice cream or something, I totally understand too. But I wanted to do something a little different than what we normally do. I think I can also bring up my camera here. There we go. Nice. Yeah. All right. Bring that down. I'll just hang out here for a little bit. I probably could have brought this up earlier. Sorry about that. And then let you guys get up there. I haven't played Among Us since like 2020, late 2020. I used to play it pretty often, but I haven't played it in so long. And truthfully, I was never very good at it. So I'm pretty bad at Among Us, but I enjoy the concept a lot. And then if this doesn't work out, maybe next time we can play some Jackbox games. I'm assuming you guys have played some of that before. And then I had some other ideas from like games more or less aligned with the things that we've done or played before. But at-home stuff is harder to play games, right? We got to figure out things that we're able to kind of access on our own, that kind of stuff. Oh, good.
I'm
I'm glad that V. Thank you, V.
Yeah,
I love Jackbox too. I think maybe the funniest moment out of the pandemic was playing Jackbox with some friends of mine. I was literally like right over there falling on my face. Oh, is my... There we go. Okay. I think you just have too many windows open. Oh, hey. Let's change it so you can see that code. There we go. Usually I like, even though I had so many mistakes, the last time we did a live, it was more or less because I was in my apartment and then I realized I was going to be too loud. So I didn't want to get like a fine for being too loud. So I raced to the church with like 50 minutes to set up. And so I was having all these mistakes just because of the setup was so different, and I was so last second trying to get everything connected and working together. But I had actually done a bunch of like practice rounds with the tech and walking through with all of the things that we had. But I just wasn't ready for that change up that quickly. But this time around, it was so last second with none of that equipment here that I was like, I have no idea. I can't make it all work seamlessly and like look really nice and professional. What up? Smoky. I guess I wonder if I could change my name. I don't know if I can change my name. I don't think that I can. That's okay. Alright. We've got a couple more people. Let's see if we can get one more, maybe two more people in here. We're going to change this up. I need a funny hat. We're definitely going alien guy and doctor suit. Alien hat. There we go. Nice. Alright! Okay, someone's played before. Donuts has a friendly creature. I'm assuming Donuts is Logan. I'm assuming it won't let you in. Maybe the code is wrong? I'm going to assume Donuts is Will then, since we have Kaylin. Logan! I don't know how to help, since the code's right there. What did, I mean, it is a private game, but it's only private for the people that don't know the code. Well, wait a second. Logan, I wish I had my phone available. My only phone is... I have to use it for the recording, so I can't look at my Instagram account. Otherwise, I would try to figure out what was what's going on in there. No, I'm so sorry, my dude. I'm really afraid of Donuts. I feel like Donuts knows how to play this game really, really well. But Kaylin is not fooling me with that Halo. I imagine Kaylin has like a very sneaky kind of mindset. I bet she knows how to play this game really, really well too. Donuts, you're not fooling me by petting that space cycloptic dog. I know you have a murderous bone in your body and you're gonna imposter everybody. No! Okay. Thank you, Will. Oh, look at the game chat. Oh, thank you. I'm terrible. It is Will. Okay, change your server name. Change the server. Change your server. The game is in EU. That's why you're not getting in. Okay. Will, you're the best. Let me change the server. Man, I'm giving off hardcore boomer energy right now, and I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. Oh my goodness. Logan. With the mask? Okay. Terrified. Okay, I think we have to start the game since the lobby's going to close in 53 seconds. So we're going to start this round. If anybody else joins, they can join the next round. Let's play for a digital gift card. I will send you guys something via email. Okay, I'm a crewmate. Awesome. Someone's an imposter. You could totally, I guess, screen snipe me. I haven't played this in a couple of years. Someone's emergency. You know, no. Okay, well. Oh. Wait, Logan's dead already? No. What? So fast. Yeah, I know you can see my screen. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know who it is. Are we voting Donuts? I guess we're voting Donuts. You guys are too good. Oh, wow. I have such a long voting round. I'm so sorry. This is what happens when I haven't... Okay, there we go. All the votes are in. It must have been accidental... No! No! It means it's Kaylin, right? Oh no. Okay. I know I'm getting murdered. Okay, purple. And we're dead. I told you that Ayla's not fooling anybody. Yes. Alright, we'll play most wins. What time is it? Oh, it's 7:30 already. Jeez. We'll play till you guys say we're done. How about that? That was good. Kaylin, I feel like you got a lot of people over the pandemic. You know what you're doing here. We'll start it out. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, there we go. Okay, Will is Donuts, Kaylin is Kaylin, V is Smokey? Smoke something? Smokey, why? Am I breaking it? I don't know, maybe it's me. I don't even remember like the locations here anymore. Oh, you're all in here. Don't even trust Kaylin. Kaylin's too good. No, please don't murder me. Okay, Kaylin didn't imposter me. I don't remember where this stuff is anymore. It's literally been years. Oh. Will found a dead body. Blue vented. Who's blue? Oh, I don't know who blue is. I think blue is... I'm gonna guess blue is Aislinn. Could have been Kaylin. I don't know. There's only one vote remaining. Shoot. I'm gonna go with what Donut said. Nice. Alright, so far that's Kaylin up 1. I don't even remember these. These are so new. V. Am I breaking the system? I'm so sorry. We'll give it a second for V. Okay. We're good? We're gonna start. I guess if I'm the imposter, I'll have to... I guess killing me too isn't very good, right? So maybe I should turn this off. I Okay, I'm a crewmate. We'll cover this up. I think I gotta do a different screen a later time, but yeah, I kind of want people to freely feel like they can straight up get me. Okay. Upper engine, align. Oh wait, I have this. I don't remember where any of these things are. Oh, this is. Okay. I did a thing. No bodies, no bodies, no brown, no brown. Okay. Kaylin got slain. No! Wait, was it black? I saw, okay, it wasn't brown. I don't know. I'm gonna go pink. Oh, okay. Was it? It wasn't black. Okay. We'll switch over. Oh no! Oh, I don't want to go anywhere near pink. Oh no! Am I hosting this and it's not working or something? Okay. I'm gonna hang out with purple. V. No. Oh, brown. Why is brown running the other way? No, there's pink. Pink's gonna straight murder me. Oh, I'm getting murdered. I'm getting straight murdered. Nice. Okay, I think pink is Aislinn. I think that's what you're running on. Probably not. No! I'm so sorry. It's so hard to know! Logan, it's so hard to know, Logan. The murderous intent. Like Logan, I want to believe you, but also you know, I know how tricky you are too. It's hard to believe any of you all. Oh yes, I did it right. Okay, exactly. You can't trust anybody. All right, let's do this again. That makes Kaylin with 1 point. I gotta count it because it was such a great kill. It was like instantly, and I had no idea. And then Aisling won. Okay. I don't remember how to do any of this. Oh. Okay, black. There are no bodies. What's going on? What? Why? Trust it. Look. No. The sigh. What? That's some detective work if that's true. Jeez, I didn't realize. I thought I saw it all the time. What? Logan! I don't remember any of this is. Where's the garbage chute? Isn't it down here? It's not down here. It's gotta be somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's the garbage chute. Oh, is it brown? I feel like it's brown. I don't know. I saw brown running. Wait. Wait. Brown. No. Wait. Can you hear my iPad? Is that for sure? I'm worried you can hear my iPad, but I'm more impressed that Logan knew because I sighed. What is that, Logan? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. How did he know? Okay, do we need to wait a second here? I'm so sorry, Logan. We could for sure wait here for a second. How did he know from the side? I could hear the slash sound. Oh, in your game? Or you could hear it over YouTube? Okay. Is Logan in? I'm so sorry, Kaylin, you were the first person I saw. Okay. There we go. Kaylin, I figured I wasn't going to get anybody. So I just got the first person I saw. I was trying to get Will, too. But Will's fast. Okay. Okay. I got this. You hear the size? Logan. Where is... Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't feel good about this. There we go. Where is this stuff? Oh, okay. Emergency meeting. No bodies found, but Black thinks they know something. What it is. I call this meeting to say, oh no. Okay. I won that. Yes, you did. Second vote. No. Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness. All right, I'll give it to you, Will, or Logan. That was probably one of the best detective works I think I've ever seen. So that's Kaylin, you, and Aislinn all have 1 point. Oh my goodness. It's so funny. Okay, we're gonna go back here. I'm gonna turn my volume down. I didn't realize that my iPad could be heard. Okay. Oh. No. Come on. Do the thing. Oh my goodness. I don't remember where these things are. Where are the shields? Oh. It's an engine room. That's electrical. That's garbage. Oh, okay. There we go. There's the thing. Oh. Oopsies. You can't lead with oopsies. You can't lead with oopsies. Oh, that's so funny. Alright, I guess I gotta vote purple V. There was, oh, gotcha, I see. I see, gotcha. If you had it, if you had it said oopsies, I was like, oh, Kaylin was right there. Maybe she vented. Oh, alright, I'm gonna give that to Kaylin. She knew you instantly. Okay. So, Kaylin's up 2. Let's say 2 more games. We'll do 2 more games. So whoever has the most out of these next 2 games, we'll rock and roll it. Where are we? We've got Logan. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Well, Kaylin's the one to beat. Kaylin has 2. I'm counting that first game just because it was such a smooth kill. She was like instantly just slain. Boom, gone. Okay, what am I doing? Okay. How do I do this again? Okay. Oh, yeah. I gotta hold it. I saw someone around here. Eee. I'm scared. Something's already down. Caitlin. I don't know why I said Caitlin. Caitlin's like white. Aislin's down. I didn't see anything. The body was outside electric. I didn't see anything. Logan knows. Dude, you gotta become a detective. Black was waiting outside. Okay, Brown was with me in the locker room. They didn't kill me. Okay. I have no idea, y'all. It's brown, black, so then you're accusing Kaylin? I don't know. I'm skipping. I honestly have no idea. Alright. I don't trust any of you. I don't trust any of you. No, Black! I'm sorry, I shouldn't say anything. Oh no. Okay, I'm running. Oh no. Oh, it's dark. I'm getting murdered, I know it. Oh, I'm getting murdered. Okay, I feel like I could trust you. Black is gone. Okay. Wait, who called this? Brown called this. Okay, Will call this meeting. Yeah, I don't think it was V. So it's either Kaylin or Will. I'm so sorry. I don't know how you guys know. I don't think I know. My volume's off. I don't have anything on the screen. I'm trying not to say anything. My guess is Will. I'm guessing Will. I feel like Will is just as crafty as Caitlin, but Caitlin's been the imposter so many times now. I don't. I'm so sorry, Will. Oh, good job, Will. I honestly didn't know. I was just guessing off of, like, the numerical possibilities of who it could be. I mean, it could have easily been Kaylin again, but... Oh, that's so funny. Okay, that still puts Kaylin up 2 over everybody else's 1. So you could tie it. We'll just do 2 prizes, or maybe play a bonus round or something. But we'll play one last round. Is everyone good? Kaylin was the imposter. No, Kaylin has 2. she called the imposter for one, and she killed one in the beginning. Because I was counting your guys' wins, like your win. You called it when I was the imposter, because you heard me sigh. I don't know how you knew from the sigh, but you knew. Okay. I think I know where everything is now. Oh no! Okay, I won't count this. That's not fair. I'm so sorry. I don't know how you guys are hearing music. I don't hear anything. Alright, vote me out. I'm so sorry. We won't count that one then. I'll vote for myself. I gotta figure that out. My bad. I wonder why you guys can hear me. There's no volume on my iPad or anything. And I'm only screen capturing, I'm not audio capturing. There we go. Oh no, no, I didn't want that. I didn't want that. No, oh. I'm the imposter anyways. But, here, yeah, vote me out, and then we'll go back in. Sorry, we're missing Logan. Oh, we're missing Logan and Aislinn. We'll go back in. So good. I'm so smart. Oh, I'm dying. I'm literally dying. You guys are hilarious. Okay, we'll jump back in. That way we can have Aislinn and Logan jump back in. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Okay, last round. We're going to wait for the crew. I pressed the button too quickly. That's my fault. I'm so sorry, y'all. That's not what I want. I want this. It's so funny. There we go. Now we got the code. Oh my gosh. No! Kaylin has 2. She got the very first kill for the very first game, and then she called, I forget who it was, but she called the imposter before anybody else. And so I've been counting your wins that way too, whoever calls the imposter first. I mean, she went another round without us voting her out. I had to count it. I had to count it. It happened in such a way that I had no idea, and it didn't seem like anybody else did. I gotta count it. I'm so sorry. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody, right? Yeah, that's everybody. I can't help if you get disconnected. I'm so sorry, my friend. Okay. Hopefully you guys can't hear my iPad. Maybe I fixed that. Okay. Already. Oh my gosh. Someone is murderous. Running in the dark. Okay, where? Who's calling this? Okay, Will, where? Kaylin, where was the body? Oh, Aislinn knows? Wait, Logan says no. Where was the body, Will? Kaylin! Where was the body, Will? Where is the body? I don't know. It could be Aislinn because she seems so confident. I'm skipping my vote. I don't know who it is. Kaylin, oh my gosh. You have me dying. I'm so funny. I don't think it's Aislinn, but Aislinn's agreeing with Will, but Will doesn't know where the body is, and he's saying that it's Kaylin, but he can't give a reason. I don't know. I don't know. I already voted, I already skipped. I need more death. Logan, were you there? You just said it's not Aislinn. I don't know, I skipped. Oh, Kaylin, you got 2 on you. Is it you? No. Nice. That's Will. Okay, I think that puts everyone at 2. I'm sorry, I guess that puts Will and Kaylin at 2. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to do a rock, paper, scissors in real life? Do you guys want to play another round? Best out of 3? Yeah, we gotta watch the way we talk with one another. I think everyone had one. No, because I thought Will... I say one more round too, yeah. So we'll do it this way. If Kaylin or Will wins, whether they're the imposter or they call it out who it is, black is Logan. Then Kaylin or will win. But if anybody else wins, then that puts it back at the tie, and we'll just play again. Is that okay? You can't say, no, I'm not. I'm white, Logan. Alright, V's in. We're in for a little tournament. Okay, Aislinn's, I think everyone's in. Will in, obviously Kaylin are in, and I know Logan's not going to let people... Oh my gosh. You guys are amazing. Crazy cakes. I should have invited Zach and Amy. I think Zach would have been dominating. Okay. I don't trust any of you. Get away from me. Get away from me. Okay. All right, Logan. What do you got? What do you want? Logan, you gotta watch out, man. People will vote you out just for pressing that button. Aislinn. No, let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance. Yeah, let's give him a chance. I'm gonna skip a vote. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. No, I don't want. I'm not gonna vote you. No. Oh, you got voted. Why? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're in it. Jeez. Wait, I thought you got voted out. No. I thought you got voted out. What happened? Why am I so slow? I don't trust any of you. Is that no? That's a bag. I totally thought that was a body. Okay. Yep. Oh, don't stand that close. Oh, I do not like this. You guys are treacherous. Okay, Will, what do you got? It's purple? Is it purple? Who died? Did anybody die? Nobody died. Will, I don't know. I'm skipping Will. I need more. Your strategy, Kaylin, is perfect. I'm skipping my vote, but if Will called it, then Will wins it. Oh, that's so sus of you, Will. Get away. No. Gosh, no. You're terrible. Oh my gosh. Wait, there's no one there. Okay, I'm looking for you. Okay, there you are. I don't trust you. I can't trust any of you. I'm learning that my youth are, is that a body? Oh, no! Oh my goodness. Is it Will? Will says it's me. I gotta skip. I'll let you guys battle it out. Oh, my goodness gracious. I don't know who this is. I had to skip my vote. Oh my goodness. That's oh no, I'm so sorry, Will. Oh, wait, why were you defeated? Why did that count as a defeat? I'm telling you, I haven't played this game in forever. I thought that was a win. Oh, were you still in the game? I thought it was just us three. Wait, I thought purple was out. V, weren't you out? Kaylin, I'm leaning in agreeing with you. Gotta be nice. Please be nice, Logan. Yeah, but you can't vote. So how did she get defeated? I feel like that's a win. It's gotta be a win. Yeah, maybe I programmed the game wrong or something. Yeah, I agree, Kaylin. I think that's a win for sure on your end. So that's why I was so surprised on the defeat. Well, if the last playable people were me, Kaylin, or the last people alive were myself, Kaylin, and Aislinn, as far as I know, unless I miscounted. I don't think the game is rigged at all. Well, Aislinn was alive too. Aislinn was hanging out the table. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, it's a win then. Yeah, it's a win. I don't know why. Oh, that's why it said defeat. I got defeated, and I'm a dork. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Uh, that means that yeah, Kaylin won 3. That's 3 wins over Kaylin. Okay. So Kaylin, did you want a digital card? Can I email you a card? Do you want to pick a physical card when we're in church on Sunday? V, you still have a physical card to choose. Logan, I said I would play rock, paper, scissors because we were having such a hard time with what is it? YouTube. So you and I are playing rock, paper, scissors for a card. But V won a game, and Kaylin, you won a game. So, yeah, Kaylin, did you want a physical card, or did you want me to email you a card? Right now I have Fred Meyer's, Starbucks, and Wendy's cards. Email is cool. Okay. I'm not going to ask you for email because we're technically still on YouTube. I will... Do I have your email? You're on our Instagram. So I'll just DM you for an email. And yeah. Email cards. Amazon? Is Amazon cool? Or what would you like? I think I could probably email you almost anything. You guys are too funny. I'm sure my neighbors are upset with me because I'm dying of laughter. Caitlin, you're sure Amazon's okay? You could literally pick anything. Pizza Hut, Starbucks, I don't know. Something towards anything that you want. I literally think I could probably email you anything. Little Caesars. Some kind of clothing store. I don't know what people are wearing these days. Okay, yeah, we'll figure it out on Sunday. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'll bring in a bunch of physical cards. There's a bunch in my backpack. And then if you guys want something different, then we'll figure it out from there. Logan, I owe you a rock, paper, scissors. V, please don't let me forget that card. My brain's always in a million places. Kaylin, you are one of the best players I think I've ever seen. I love your strategy of just being aloof to what's going on. And you guys were great. Will, Logan, Aislinn, V, Caitlin, yeah, you guys were amazing this evening. Really cool stuff. All right, we're going to log off. You guys are great. I'm going to say goodbye to the thing, and we'll do something like this another time. We've got more stuff coming up, that kind of stuff. Oh, get signed up for winter camp. You don't have to make your payments, but getting registered helps me know who's coming, and I can better plan for stuff. So get your parents to either log on to Facebook, jump on their email. It's also on our Instagram. Just fill out that information, and then I know you're coming, and we can figure out payment stuff later on. But yeah, that's the only thing that I would worry about. All right, you guys are great. I love your faces. I will see you on Sunday. Thank you so much for the laughs. You guys are great. Bye.